I want you to be aware that calling PayPal customer service at 1-888-221-1161 can be very costly, very costly. I was even told that, yes, that's the right number by PayPal customer service. Others say, no, it's not. Don't trust anything you see from PayPal. I don't care if they're communicating with you on the portal or on the phone. They've got problems. Don't trust it. I'm a farmer. I was working out here on the farm. I have a cattle ranch, and I got a message from a lady, one of my best friends that I grew up with, mother. She said, Brian, I sent you $200 uh, through PayPal. And I said, what are you talking about? I've never, it was not me. I don't ask for money. Well, I didn't know it at the time. Someone had hacked my Facebook account. I hadn't been on there in a while. Okay. I don't get on there just every day, like a lot of people. And she sent me a screenshot where she had paid this to a certain email address through PayPal. And I know she's on a fixed income, Social Security. And I felt sorry for her that she fell for this, you know? And I told her, I said, let me see if I can help you. So I called. I needed to get a hold of someone in PayPal right then. I didn't need to wait to get called back hours later like they do. So I'm busy and I look up PayPal customer service number right here. PayPal customer service number. Okay, right here at the top and center, right here, right in here. This number, 1-888-221-1161. That's Google. That's off of Google. That's a screenshot. And it's also down below in another place, okay, under PayPal. So I call this number and I go through their prompts and I say I need to speak to a representative regarding fraud because this is inevitably a customer of theirs receiving money through PayPal, committing a crime, okay? And I think, that they should shut it down. That's my way of thinking. It's not right to do people like that, and you shouldn't benefit from that either, as PayPal would. So anyway, I sat there 20, 25 minutes on hold. This guy answers the phone in an Indian accent. Says, hello, thank you for calling PayPal. This is Mike. How can I help you? And I tell him what's going on, and he says, okay, sir, let me look into this. He said, first, I need to ask you your last four digits of your card that you have on file, like they do. And he said, I'm going to send you a verification code to my phone. So said from PayPal, just like you get when you sign in online under your sign in. Okay. So I tell him what's going on, and he asked me this email address that was receiving this money. I gave it to him. He said, sir, I see some problems here. He said, it looks like your information is compromised. Okay. And I'm thinking, what, compromised? What do you mean? He said, well, sir, it looks like someone is using your account, your account. Well, okay. He said, somebody must have your information. And I said, what do you mean? Well, and I remember, a bunch of us back in the Equifax breach, if your information was breached, I'm thinking, oh God, here we go. Here we go, And I'm thinking, I'm thinking I'm on the phone with PayPal as you call their number. And this guy, he's telling me that all my information has been compromised. Well, I'm not doubting it. I'm thinking PayPal would have somebody who would have some good IT people that could see things I can't. I'm just a country guy out here working on my cattle ranch. And my mind's not on a normal person. Our mind's not on how to defraud people and how to exploit people for a living. That's not how we think. And that's what these people count on. I've learned. That's what they want to catch us complacent, and they do. Um, so anyway, he tells me that it's likely that it looks like this person has probably accessed my bank accounts and everything. And so I'm thinking, what the hell? And so while I'm talking to him, he tells me, he says, let me get to my desk and call you back. Okay. And he said, I'll send you a code, verification code, so that you know it's me calling on a secure line. And I'm thinking, okay, he's gained my trust now because I call PayPal, you know? Uh, he calls me back from a line, and it sent me a verification code. He said, okay, I'm on my phone. I'm at my desk now. Let me look into this and see what's going on. Meanwhile, I look over into my bank app, okay? And I see the balance go from $6,700 to $5,100. Right there. I'm looking at it. And he says, sir, yes, it looks like someone has compromised your accounts. They're in your accounts. He said, you need to get your money secure. And I said, well, it is secure. It's in my bank. He said, and me being, not an IT person. I mean, I don't know. This made sense to me. He said, sir, if someone has accessed your account, they've basically gotten through your security of your bank, you know? I don't know. I mean, I just scared me to death. That's the money I had. Okay. And he also knew about two accounts my wife had that I didn't even know she had. Okay, in the bank. It shocked the shit out of me. But anyway, that's where I'm thinking this guy knows what he's doing. He knows something. All the while, he's the one doing it. Okay, so he tells me that I need to transfer my money to PayPal for safekeeping, and I'll get it back the next morning, and he'll secure my device, my stuff, right? Unsuspecting, I'm thinking, how in the hell did I fall into this? You know, from from where I was calling PayPal. So stupidly, like people do, I'm trusting that's who I'm talking to. He answered their phone. He's able to do things that you think someone that works there in IT would be able to do. Maybe that'd be pretty good. So me and the wife, we decided, okay, well, I guess we need to do that because this is the money we've got, and we see it being taken. And if I say anything to my bank, I didn't know who to trust. And this is what he said: "You don't know who it could be, Brian. It could be one of your closest friends." So it had me scared to even say anything to anybody. But understandably. Well, I know a lot more now than I knew then about how these things work. I wasn't up. I wasn't studied up on this stuff. Okay, when this happened, uh, he took my money. Took my money, $6,700. My wife's too. Total $8,300. Um, furious, furious. And I'm not a stupid man. I'm an educated person. I've got a master's degree, but I don't think criminally. Okay, and I trusted somebody. I trusted somebody like PayPal. If there's going to be a number posted up and down the page of Google saying they're PayPal, I trust that's PayPal. And I found out since this has gone on a long time. There are pages and pages of this, even on PayPal's own portal, on where customers talk about problems. There's all over Reddit. People have lost as much money and more than I have. Uh, info packets. Speak with that guy. He's handled this. One lady lost $200,000 $200,000 to these guys. They're good. They even had the music playing in the background when you're on hold and everything. I mean, they're good. They're good little scammers. And like I say, I'm not a stupid person. I've run into a lot of people out there a lot dumber than I am. And they're good. They had me and my wife. They had us going. Since I've contacted PayPal and they act like they can't understand my issue. All they say is, sir, I don't see any activity on your account. I said, you're not understanding. I called your number. Someone else answered it. Either you have a corrupt employee somewhere at a call center somewhere around the world, or your number's hacked. They're hacking into your line to scam people. And I asked what number. I told them the number I called. The lady said, yes, that is the correct number. I also have it right here where I was told on their portal by PayPal assistant to call this number that I called. So I was told that is the correct number. Yes, call it. And I don't even, for all I know, these guys right here, this right here says, I understand, right up here. I understand these, then please call us at PayPal customer service 888-221-1161. PayPal portal. This is a screenshot of it. Okay. This other guy over here, right before that, he said, I know you're just trying to protect your identity. We are doing it too, Brian. Right here. How do I even know? I don't even trust that I'm talking to PayPal on here. You see, I trust nobody now to do with PayPal. Nothing. If they can do that and communicate with me on their portal, I don't think that's PayPal. A guy named Roden, another guy named Basit. I should be talking to somebody here in the United States. I specifically asked to. Everyone I get's in Taiwan or another country, and they act like they can't understand my issue. I can get nowhere. And the point being is, this has been going on long enough, and this number has been used by these guys. I found out long enough, and people have been taken and frauded. Eventually, PayPal becomes as guilty as they are. They know about this. They allow it. Just as I tried to do the right thing and fell into another pot of crap, okay? They know what's going on. And when you become complacent, I wasn't fine with somebody being an imposter as me. I wasn't fine with that. Why would they be? What makes them better than you and I? The right thing to do is what? Don't allow that. And when you allow it to continue to go on, you become as guilty as the party doing it. And that's what I'm angry about. And I just want my money back. Because had I not called their number that day, I would still have my money. I would still have it. That's the problem. And I'm not alone. A lot of people, like I say, it's all over the internet, up and down, pages of this happening. And they can act like they don't know, but they know. It's just like Facebook, with some black hat hacker hacks your account. You go to prove your identity. You can send your photos in. Go to the bottom. They want to send you a verification code to your phone and email, and it says they're not valid. Okay? These guys, they're hackers. They hack you and fraud you. They use their hacking abilities to commit fraud. They're good. And what these guys did to me, I was looking, and I don't know where you're at, but in the UK, it's been common. It's called push pay. You heard of that? Push pay scams? That's exactly like this was. Okay? And our banks here in the United States, they haven't taken the steps yet to protect their customers against things like this. Okay? Like they have in the UK, as I've read, or they're trying to. Now, it's just starting over here. I mean, it's becoming more prevalent. Okay? And they're taking advantage of it through COVID-19 as PayPal. Other companies don't have, they're running bare bones, shifts. This just cost me a lot of headache. I'm going to have to get a new phone, new number. My bank, they said, well, your information is compromised. We're going to have to end our relationship with you. Well, thank you very much. I appreciate your backup on that. MidFirst Bank, they're the dandy. So I've changed banks, okay? But this is just, when someone takes $8,300 from you in a hard time like the world is now with COVID and people being laid off of their jobs and the like, and then you have big tech companies like Facebook who you can't get a hold of anybody to get your account back to prevent identity theft. They just step out and leave bots. PayPal, same way right here. Big tech just rolling over the small guy, you and I. And they just step aside their responsibility, just sidestep it. And it's just not right. It's not right. Google allows them. I mean, they'll sell anything. It's like selling your soul to the devil. They know that's not PayPal's number. Whoever wants to buy it, they can put anything they want up there and say they're who they want. And it's not right. Because like I say, regular folks, you and I, our minds aren't on that. We trust these corporations who handle our money and different things to be who they say they are. And it's like PayPal likes to say, this is against community standards. It is. And I expect them to pay my money back. Like I say, this has happened too much and they've become complacent and done nothing about it. Nothing. And I don't have time to sit there and fiddle with my phone all day looking for security options and different things. I'm a working person. My mind can't just be sitting there on security to do with my phone. And it's ridiculous. I'm like I say, I've got papers and papers of evidence here, just like I showed you, where they communicated with me on their portal. And they could say, sir, that's not me. But now I can't get a hold of anybody. They won't call me back. They tried one day. Since then, nothing. Nothing. If you're not sitting there babysitting your phone, there's no number they leave for you to call them back when you can. I mean, there's nothing. You're just hanging out to dry. $8,300 because I called their phone number and landed with these Indian scammers. They're lucky they're on another continent. I'll put it to you like that. So I just expect PayPal to do the right thing, and something needs to be done about allowing somebody to put their number up saying that you're them. Just like I felt so bad for that lady getting scammed on fixed income, on Social Security. But she would do that for me. I spent many nights in her home growing up, eating at her table. And that's why I felt so bad. I had a heart. If I didn't have a heart, I wouldn't be where I'm at right now. It's just you're not going to get treated the same around the world, especially somebody like PayPal. They know that's one of their customers committing crimes on their platform. They're fine with it. They're making $1. And people like you and I, many people like me, screwed out of their money. They act like they know nothing about it. They're liars. And it's just caused a big deal. People need to know about this. And PayPal, they need to wake up. They don't care. They make so much money. What's $10,000 to them? Nothing. Nothing. You can't tell me they don't have insurance against things like this either. They act like it's their own personal money to take care of you. They don't care. They don't care. It's disheartening, and it's a lesson I've had to learn the hard way. But it's also something that I'm not going to rest on because they've allowed it to go on too long, too much, and I'm not going to sleep and let my $8,300 just disappear because they want to ignore something. I feel like they should be held to the same light as you and I, trying to do the right thing. That's how I feel. Then that's what I've got to say. This person was able to download Cash App and Zelle on my phone, two apps I've never used. They left a routing number and the first two digits of an account number on Cash App, where they were trying to funnel money from my bank app to themselves through Zelle and Cash App. I found that. I've never used those two apps. I can go into Zelle, that Cash App, and put my phone number in there. It doesn't recognize it. I put the phone number that guy called me from in there. Yes, he's a customer. Anyway, I just wanted to add that he was able to access my phone once he connected to me. Terrifying, like remote access. Then they leave themselves a back door into your device to come in whenever they want and hack you. Look in there and see what you're doing. Hell, he could be watching us now. I don't give a crap. What's he gonna do? I don't have anything left on there. Expired cards. Anyway, I'm sorry to interrupt you. I just wanted to add that.
Brian, I wanted to ask, what was the main goal of leaving the review at pestconsumer.com?
I want people to be aware that this goes beyond the scope of a phone scam. These guys are they're good hackers too. I mean, they can actually get in to your device. Don't allow them to talk you into downloading anything like quick support, anything like that. No kind of apps to allow any kind that gives them remote access. I've learned to your device. I didn't have to do that. They were already there, like I say. And the guy had me on the phone a lengthy amount of time, and he was personable. Okay, he was a personable guy, personable criminal, so to speak. You almost liked him, in a sense. He was there. He told me, Brian. He said, "We connect to you through your IP." I had my location services off, and he could tell where I was. That's scary. Scary. Yeah, they can send you a text message, and you're unsuspecting. You're working. You get in the pickup, getting somewhere in your car. You're out here on the farm. See, you got a text message that says, "Hey, Brian, how you doing? Long time no see." You don't know who it is. You think maybe one of your buddies got a new number. You click on it. Boom. Wrong. Don't click on that. Don't click on that. They're right there. Then they're in you. Just that easy. A phone call, a spam call, anything you don't recognize. Don't answer that. Don't click that email that you don't know who it's from. Even if it says, "We've got something great for you." No. Don't click that. They'll get you right there. Just that easy. That easy. They can get you. That's what I've learned. And it's a hard lesson learned. And yes, they can spoof and they can cut in to corporations' phone lines. One of the big deals that are computer technician scams I've seen. That's a big thing going. Technical support, just like this. That's a big thing going now. It's something that you can't. It's hard to recoup your money. I mean, I think that I'm not going to quit until somebody does, because it's not right. It's not right for PayPal. To me, PayPal needs like I said. Had I not called their number, I would still have my money. That's the bottom line. That's why I look to them and blame them. Period. So people need to know that it's that easy, and technology right here in our hand, just like I'm talking to you. And the next way they're going to fraud you is your bank apps. You watch your bank app. Technology in our hands has made it easier for criminals to access our information. Technology has made it easier for us to be taken advantage of. And all of our identities are at stake. I guarantee you, because of these phones. not AT&T, not Apple, not Google, nobody. It takes care of you. None of them are secure. They can all be hacked. The iPhone's the most secure, they say. But it can still be hacked, just like I said. Except that phone call, that email, that text message. You're a done duck. Call somebody. You call them. They connect to your line, your IP. They got you right then, just like they did me. That's how they had me. And I didn't give a damn about my Facebook account, and I could care less. Facebook's worthless anyway, as far as I'm concerned. But PayPal is different. They're trusted, supposed to be trusted, used to be years ago. Not anymore. It looks like they condone this stuff. That's why I'm holding them accountable for it. It's their number. I was told to call that number even on their portal. That's why they're accountable as far as I'm concerned. Okay? And this is an elaborate scam. It's elaborate. Like I say, the music playing, that was pretty funny once I look back on it. Damn. You feel stupid, and everybody blames themselves. That's what it is. They count on that too, because you do feel stupid. How did I fall for that, you say? Well, at the time, they were pretty good, pretty convincing. They can show you before your eyes that they're right on what they're telling you. And who do you think, who can I trust? You don't know at that point. But it's all trickery. It's trickery and it's fraud. It's fraud and it's exploiting people. And like I say, and I'm just glad that I can make it, I can weather this storm. Many people couldn't. Okay. But it's not fun. It's not easy. And it like I say, it makes you angry enough that all I can say is they're lucky they're on another continent, because they wouldn't be with us any longer if I could get a hold of them. That's all I can say. And I appreciate this. And I hope that this gets somewhere. You guys have more bargaining power than I do. Okay. And that's why I saw your platform as valuable, this opportunity. And I appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Brian, what do you think? What action could PayPal take to make you feel at least a little bit better after the situation that happened?
Well, I think that they should step up and take care of my loss. I do. And I think that they should put a stop somehow, just as I tried to this being up and down Google or Yahoo, anywhere that you put in. Just think of the people that get in their car and use Siri, and they say PayPal customer assistance phone number. This is top and center. They get this number, which I showed you. I was told is the right number, right there. They call it unsuspecting, driving down the road trying to handle business. Multitask, as many of us do in this fast-paced world. And they fall into these guys, unsuspecting. Their mind's on several things. It's not on being criminals, okay? They're not thinking they're getting robbed. They're thinking they're on the phone with PayPal. They've got to put a stop to this, man. It's like I said, once you allow it so long, you become as guilty as those doing it. At some point, there's guilt pointed at them. And I think many of us could agree to that. Something's wrong. They have a problem. They may not want to admit it. But when I showed on their portal right there, many say that that's a scam number. Many say it's the right number. I'm told right here it's the right number. And on the phone, verbally, it's the right number. But other people who are experts, like the guy at InfoPackets, and he's a very good guy. He's a Canadian. He'll tell you that's a scam number. Sometimes it is, sometimes it isn't. Which is it? I'm confused. Like I say, I won't even call PayPal. I'm scared to even answer the phone. for PayPal. If they do try to call me, I'm scared to even communicate online with them because I don't know what is and what isn't with them. That's the problem they have, and that's scary. I mean, is it good number? Is it a bad number? Am I talking to them? Am I not? Do they have crooked employees? That could be a problem. That could be an issue because it definitely looks like they're on their site. That's their number. They do have call centers around the world, and keep in mind, although it may be against the law and crime is prosecuted where the victim lives, who's got the time to do anything about it when they're in India? You think the FBI is going to go over there and help for you and I losing $8,000? No, I doubt it. No. So these call centers they have around the world could be very easily corrupt. They could. I don't know that that's the case. I think these guys are scammers. I think they've got an inside track. Definitely looks that way, doesn't it? How they on their portal, answering their phone. And just think the laws in the country we live in would be hard to enforce there. Okay? Like they don't know that too. The company's so big, I don't even think that they know what they're coming or going. I don't think they care. I saw where they can do $22 million a minute sometimes. Sometimes in certain seasons and things, Christmas, different things. You think they care about mine and yours? $10,000? It's toilet paper to them. You know? But it's time that people be taken care of because they want to turn their face and ignore things. Step up and do the right thing, man. Take care of people. Take care of your customers. You leave them out to be preyed on by allowing this. And I just can't stand it. If I've got to get an attorney, if I've got to do anything I've got to do, I'm going to get to the bottom of this, and I'm going to get my money back. If it cost me as much as I lost, I'm going to get it back. I don't care. It's just angered me. It's ridiculous, and I can't stand to see people taken advantage of like this. I can't stand it. It's not right. Just think of your grandma or my grandma, 80 years old, very fixed income. They would sure fall for this. They're no more tech savvy than my dog. They can't operate a VCR. You know, they'd be in big trouble. Taken to the cleaners. And PayPal just act like there's nothing going on. Sir, I don't see any activity on your account. I'm sorry, I can't help you. Really? Really? Because it's above customer service's head. It's a security issue. And customer service, they don't have the options on their anywhere, nowhere to even select this. And they don't even know how to, they don't know how to deal with it. You really need, it's above their head. Because the regular customer service person, I believe it is. I think it's more of an executive issue where they need to handle those things. With Google, with your internet provider, you know, get that crap off there. And it's a government problem. Where's the Federal Trade Commission? They know it. They are allowing it too. What is going on? It's a problem. Money shouldn't be so important that people don't matter. And that's what's happened. And that's basically all I've got to say. And that's what I want people to understand. All this. Just be very diligent. Very diligent.